My beloved child, you ask me why the path has been so dry, why the heavens feel silent, and why the road you travel seems more like exile than arrival. I hear the unspoken questions buried beneath your brave smile. I see the weariness cloaked in your resilience. You wonder if I've withdrawn, if my promise has expired, if the wilderness has somehow become your final dwelling. But let me speak now, from the mouth of eternity into your very present moment. The wilderness is not your end. It is your altar, your proving ground, your holy preparation. You were never abandoned here. You were led. Do you remember my son? Before he performed one miracle, before he taught one parable, before the water was turned to wine, the sick were healed, were the dead raised, he was led by the Spirit into the wilderness. It was not a punishment. It was preparation. It was not exile. It was exaltation, concealed in simplicity. And there, in the silence, in the solitude, in the heat of trial and hunger and temptation, he found his full dependence on me. So it is with you, my child. You are not lost. You are being refined. You are not forgotten. You are being formed. I have not forsaken you. I have hidden you for a time. For what I am building in you cannot be rushed. It must be deep. It must be pure. It must be unshakable. You ask me for influence, I answer by digging roots. You ask me for elevation, I answer by first lowering you into the soil of my presence. You ask me for glory, I respond by calling you to the secret place, where no applause echoes, where no spotlight burns, where only my eyes see and my voice matters. You see emptiness. I see cultivation. You see delay. I see divine alignment. You see a desert. I see destiny germinating under the surface. So don't despise the dry seasons, for they are sacred. In the wilderness, I stripped away Israel's idols and revealed myself as provider, as cloud by day and fire by night. In the wilderness, I turned their hunger into trust and their thirst into praise. And I am doing the same in you. I am removing the scaffolding of the world, those things you once leaned on for validation, for strength, for clarity. Because I want your ears trained to my whisper, not the noise of opinion. I want your heart to burn for my presence, not for performance. I want your hands to be clean when I place the promise in them. And yes, the wilderness is lonely, but it is in this place you've learned my nearness. Do you see it now? How even in your lowest valleys I sustained you. When others walked away, I stayed. When the doors closed, my hand remained open. When your strength failed, mine never wavered. And if I brought you this far, will I not finish what I began? If I led you through fire and flood and famine, will I not bring you to rivers of refreshing? O child, the breakthrough is closer than you think. Do not measure your future by your surroundings. Do not believe the lie that what you see is all there will ever be. For I am the God who brings streams in the desert. I am the God who turns wastelands into gardens. I am the God who makes manna fall from heaven and water flow from rocks. And I will do it again for you. But hear me now. I am not just calling you to survive the wilderness. I am calling you to learn from it. I want you to carry out what I've etched into your soul here. The humility, the hunger, a hiddenness, the unwavering reliance on me. These are cares. Don't rush past them. Don't despise the process. The mountaintop moments you've prayed for are ahead, but it's what I've deposited in your spirit here that will preserve you there. There are promises waiting on the other side of this. promises with your name written in the ink of covenant. Land you haven't seen yet. People I've assigned to your voice. Doors that only respond to your yes. Miracles in motion. But they require a heart forged in fire and anchored in me. That is why the wilderness has lasted as long as it has. Not because I am cruel, not because I am distant, but because I am too loving to give you less than your full inheritance. So, my beloved, breathe deep. Look again not with eyes of flesh, but with eyes of faith. The pillar still leads. The fire still burns. I am still speaking. I am still providing. And I am still bringing you through. Let your praise rise, not because of what you see, but because of what you know, that I am faithful, that I am good, that I am here. And when the wilderness ends, and it will, you will not emerge empty. You will come forth with oil in your lamp, wisdom in your steps, glory on your face, and intimacy in your spirit. You will walk with the authority of someone who knows the cost of obedience and the sweetness of my nearness. You will testify that even in barren places, I did not let your soul wither. You will be the evidence that the wilderness cannot kill what I have ordained to live. My child, let the weight of these words settle into the deepest places of your soul. I am healing you. Even now, even in the quiet, even when nothing around you seems to change, I am doing a sacred work beneath the surface. You have cried out for restoration, pleaded for wholeness, longed to feel joy again. And though the process has not looked as you imagined, I have not turned away from your pain. I have entered it. I have wrapped myself in the brokenness that once seemed too sharp to touch. I have sat with you in silence. I have walked with you in nights too long for sleep. I have seen every shattered piece, and I have begun to remake what you thought was lost forever. Yes, there is a healing that comes in a moment, but there is also a healing that comes in the waiting, in the stretching, in the slow and faithful mending of what was torn. You have asked me, why do I still feel the ache? And I answer you now, not because I am absent, but because I am working in dimensions you cannot see. You want relief, and I understand, but I want restoration. I want to go deeper than the symptoms. I want to touch the root. I want to reach the place where the wound first began and pour oil and wine into the very soil of your sorrow. Let me remind you of this. You are not too far gone. Your trauma has not disqualified you. Your failure has not disfigured my design. The cracks you hide from others are the very places I long to shine my glory through. My power is made perfect not in your strength, but in your weakness. I am not disgusted by your wounds, I am drawn to them. I came for the broken. I died for the burdened. I rose again for those who had nothing left but a flicker of faith. That flicker, my child, is enough. I fan it into flame with my breath. I nurture the faintest ember until it burns with brilliance again. The world told you to toughen up, to get over it, to hide the scars. But I say, bring them to me. Don't hide what hurts, invite me in. I am not like those who wounded you. I am not impatient with your process. I am gentle. I am kind. I am safe. My spirit does not barge into the locked rooms of your pain. I knock, and I wait for your invitation. And once you let me in, I begin the holy unraveling, the dismantling of lies, the dismantling of shame, the washing away of regret, the healing of memories that still echo with pain. I do not just cover wounds, I resurrect what died in them. You thought you lost your joy, but I am reviving it. You thought peace was a distant memory, but I am restoring it. You thought the version of yourself before the pain was gone forever, but I am revealing someone even more radiant. I am not rebuilding what was. I am creating something entirely new. You are not being put back together, you are being transformed. The version of you emerging from this process will carry wisdom that can't be learned in books, compassion that can't be faked, authority that can't be shaken, and peace that won't be stolen. Yes, there will be days when the ache still stirs. Healing does not always arrive with trumpets, but sometimes with quiet dawns. Sometimes with the realization that the same memory no longer paralyzes you, that the same wound no longer defines you, that you can speak of your past without shame and breathe deeply in places where fear once reigned. These are miracles, too, and they are happening, even now. But my beloved, healing also requires your surrender. There are things you must release, patterns you must lay down, unforgiveness you must no longer hold. I will never force you, but I am inviting you to let me take what you've carried for too long. Let me bear it. Let me cleanse it. Let me redeem it. There is no guilt too heavy, no secret too dark, no scar too deep that my grace cannot flood with light. I am not just interested in what you do for me, I care deeply about what you carry inside of you. Give me the pain. Give me the pressure. Give me the parts of your story that still feel unfinished, and I will make beauty from ashes. I do not promise a life without hardship, but I promise my presence through every step. I will walk with you into the places you were afraid to revisit. I will speak truth over the lies you believed. I will remind you who you are, my masterpiece, not a mistake. My treasure, not a burden. My beloved, not a disappointment. And when you have fully healed, not according to man's timeline, but mine, you will not just move on. You will move forward. With purpose. With power. With stories that awaken hope in others. You will be the one who once bled and now bandages. The one who once wept and now wipes tears. The one who once broke and now builds. Because I never waste pain. I redeem it. I recycle it. I resurrect from it. You are becoming a living testimony that nothing is too broken for me to heal. So rest now. You do not have to fix yourself. That is my job. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. You are in process. You are in my hands. And what I start, I finish. My child, today I need you to remember what you carry. Not just what you've been through, not just the story of your scars, but the power that dwells within you. You've seen the storms. You've walked through fire. You stood when everything around you crumbled, and yet, even in your trembling, you did not fall. Do you understand why? It wasn't your strength. It wasn't your resolve. It was me. My spirit alive in you. My fire burning in your bones. My voice echoing in your silence, telling you again and again, you are not finished. You are not alone. You are filled with power. Yes, you may feel weak, but weakness is not your identity. It is the threshold where my strength begins. You may feel surrounded, but child, you are also surrounded by angels. You may feel like a small voice in a loud world, but when you speak my word, all of heaven backs you. The authority I've placed in your spirit is not for a distant future, it is for now. You are not waiting to become powerful. You already are. For the same spirit that raised Jesus from the grave lives in you. He is not a visitor. He is a resident. He has taken up permanent dwelling in your life, and with him comes the fullness of heaven's strength. I know you sometimes forget this. I know the enemy has tried to convince you that you're powerless, that your voice doesn't matter, that your prayers don't shake anything. But hear me clearly now. That is a lie. When you pray, hell trembles. When you speak truth, chains begin to crack. When you choose obedience in the quiet, eternal shifts take place. The darkness does not fear your talent. It fears your intimacy with me. It fears your obedience. It fears your knowledge of who you really are, because once you know, you become unstoppable. You've been asking me for a breakthrough, and I've heard you. But child, I am also asking you for something. I'm asking you to walk in what I've already given you. I've placed a sword in your hand, use it. I've poured out my Spirit upon you, lean into Him. I've clothed you in righteousness, walk like it's true. You don't need to beg for what I've already provided. You need only stand in it. Take your ground. Speak my name. Declare my truth. Push back every lie that has crept into your thoughts and dared to label you anything less than chosen, beloved, powerful, redeemed. Do you remember the authority I've given you? I said, whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. Whatever you loose on earth shall be loose in heaven. You don't need to be perfect to walk in power. You need to be aligned. Not with the world. Not with fear. Not with anxiety or shame. But aligned with my Spirit, my truth, my word. When you come into agreement with me, there is no force that can stand against you. When your lips echo what I have already spoken, walls crumble. Strongholds collapse. Chains fall. Demons flee. And heaven moves. And yet, my power is not only for the battle. It is also for the building. I have given you power to create, to restore, to lift up, to intercede, to encourage, to release vision. You were never meant to merely survive your days, you were meant to shape them. To speak life where there has only been death. To call forth beauty where there was ruin. To declare hope where there was despair. You were meant to be a vessel through which I pour heaven into earth. So today I ask you, will you walk in it? Will you stop shrinking back and playing small? Will you stop disqualifying yourself because of the past? Don't you know that I use what the world rejects? Don't you know that I delight in taking broken vessels and filling them with glory? Your pain will not disqualify you. It will qualify you. Your failures do not cancel your calling. They reveal your dependence on grace. And my grace is not just enough, it is empowering. Get up, child. Get up in the Spirit. Shake off the dust. Put on the armor. Remember who you are. And more importantly, remember whose you are. You are not just someone who believes in me. You are someone in whom I dwell. That makes you dangerous to the darkness. That makes you a light bearer, a territory claiming, truth speaking, Spirit-led, chain-breaking, kingdom-advancing child of the Most High God. And there is more. There is more I want to release through you. But you must believe me. Not just believe in me, but believe me when I say you have been given power, love, and a sound mind. The time for hesitation is over. The time for silence is over. The time for delay is over. This is the hour of the rising ones. The ones who know they are weak but carry resurrection power anyway. The ones who look at the storm and still step forward. The ones who declare, I will not bow to fear, I will rise in faith. And you, my child, are one of them. So speak boldly. Pray relentlessly. Walk confidently. Love radically. Forgive powerfully. And never forget the force that lives inside you. It is not of this world. It is not of the flesh. It is not fueled by applause. It is fueled by me. You carry power. Now walk like it. Before the dawn knew the warmth of the first sunrise, before oceans roared their names into the wind, before stars were hung in their constellations or time took its first breath, I chose you. Yes, you. My child, this is not poetry, it is truth. Etched into the very DNA of your soul is the seal of my intention. You are not the product of circumstance or coincidence. You are not random. You are not an afterthought, you're a name that history forgot. You are the result of divine deliberation. I spoke your name in eternity, before your lungs knew air, before your heart knew pain. And I said, this one will be mine. You live in a world that is constantly asking, who are you? A world that tries to measure you by performance, productivity, popularity. But I do not weigh you in those scales. I do not peer at you through the distorted lens of what others have said or failed to see. I look at you and see the exact expression of my design, crafted, formed, and breathed into existence with purpose. You are not trying to find purpose. You were born with it. You are not trying to create worth. You were born from it. You do not need to earn what has already been spoken over you. I called you chosen. I called you beloved. I called you mine. You've wondered why you never quite fit in, why you always felt like there was something different about you. It's because there is. I set you apart. I marked you. And though the world tried to label you with rejection, I've been waiting for you to discover that your difference was not a defect, it was destiny. You weren't created to blend in. You were born to stand out. Not with pride, but with purpose. Not to be elevated in ego, but to be set ablaze with my spirit and sent into the dark to carry my light. You've wrestled with questions, asked me through tears, why did you make me this way? And I answer, because the world needed the sound of your voice, the shape of your compassion, the fight in your spirit, the beauty of your brokenness redeemed. I needed you to reflect a part of me no one else could. Yes, my image is infinite, and each of my children carries a piece of it, but you, my child, carry a sound, a signature, a frequency of heaven that cannot be replicated. When you silence yourself, the world loses something eternal. When you believe the lies, the song I wrote in your soul gets muffled. But when you step into who I created you to be, heaven resounds with joy. You do not need to strive to be important in a room I have already assigned to you. Your place at the table was prepared before time began. You do not need to compete, compare, or compromise. Favor is not earned, it's inherited. And you are royal heir. You are not trying to climb your way into blessing, you are walking out what's already been written. I know your name. I know your frame. I know your future. And I am still writing beauty into your becoming. There are moments when you feel forgotten. But let me speak this clearly, I do not forget what I form. I have not lost track of your dreams. I have not misplaced your miracle. I have not overlooked your prayers. I am not the God of confusion, I am the author of clarity. What feels delayed is actually being developed. What feels buried is being rooted. What feels silent is being saturated in my presence. I don't work on your timeline, I work on eternal timing. And I'm never late. I'm always perfectly aligned with what your spirit can carry and what your destiny demands. Yes, there is a weight to your calling. But I will never place something on your shoulders that I have not already equipped you to bear. I know what's in you, even when you doubt it. I see the gold beneath the ash. I see the fire beneath the fatigue. I see the brilliance beneath the bruises. And I am still calling you, still choosing you, still walking with you through the places that feel too dark for others to understand. And even when you fall, and yes, you will fall, I will never revoke my choosing. You are not disqualified by weakness. You are not undone by failure. I knew every chapter before the book was ever opened, and I chose you still. The anointing I placed on your life is not delicate. It will not shatter under pressure. It will rise, even through your brokenness, especially through your brokenness. So rise, chosen one, not because you've earned it, but because you are called to it, called to intercede, called to create, called to lift, called to lead, called to carry my heart into dry places, called to speak when silence screams, called to love when others withdraw, called to war in the spirit when others retreat in fear. Your identity is not what the world says. It is not what your past says. It is not even what you feel. Your identity is what I say. And I say you are mine. Chosen. Consecrated. Carried. Ground. When others forget you, I will remember. When others walk away, I will say. When others question your worth, I will roar truth into your bones. My beloved child, now is the time to draw near. Not to perform, not to prove, not to strive, but simply to come. Come without pretense. Come without polished prayers. Come without rehearsed holiness. I am not looking for perfection. I am longing for you. The real you. The one behind the mask, behind the ministry, behind the exhaustion. I already know your thoughts before you speak them. I already see every corner of your heart. I am not shocked by your struggles or surprised by your doubts. And still, I say, come. You have tasted of me, but I am inviting you to drink deeply. You have heard of me, but I want you to know me not just as a story, or a theology, or a tradition passed down. I want to be the one who meets you in the secret place and becomes your breath, your rhythm, your home. The intimacy I long for with you is not occasional or casual, it is continual, daily, unbroken communion. It is walking together, rising and resting in my presence, your spirit awakened to my nearness even in the mundane. I never desired to be a once-a-week visitation. I created you for a constant habitation. You are not a servant standing in the outer courts, you are my child, welcomed into the throne room. The veil was torn. A way was made. There is no barrier now. The invitation has always been open, but your heart must respond. I will never force myself, and I wait. I wait for the moment when you push aside distractions, when you stop scrolling, stop striving, and simply say, here I am, Lord. I want you more than anything. And when you do, I come. I come with joy, with fire, with healing, with presence. There is a deeper realm of communion waiting for you. Beyond formula, beyond routine. A place where your spirit is entwined with mine. Where I speak, and you know it is me. Where I move, and your soul is aligned. In this place, fear melts. Wounds dissolve. Anxiety cannot fall. Here, you are undone not by shame but by glory. You become aware not just of my majesty but of my affection. That I, the creator of the stars, long to dwell in the quietest corners of your heart. But to go deeper, you must be willing to be still. Stillness is the doorway. Not passivity, but intentional surrender. This world will do everything to rob you of quiet, to fill your soul with noise, to crowd your mind with information, voices, pressure. But my voice is found in the hush, My power is hidden in the waiting. I am not withholding myself from you, I am drawing you closer. I will not compete with your distractions. I am a jealous lover. I want all of you. You ask for revelation, but I first ask for relationship. You want purpose, but I want your presence. What I have to reveal to you cannot be found on a stage or in a crowd. It is waiting in the secret place. And the deeper you go, the more you will realize it was never about what you could do for me. It was always about me being with you. There are things I will whisper to your spirit that no human could teach you. Wisdom not found in books. Direction not mapped by logic. Identity not shaped by culture. There are realms of glory I want to walk you into, but they require proximity. Not just visitation, but dwelling. The ones who dwell are the ones who carry my fragrance. They walk into a room, and the atmosphere shifts not because of charisma, but because of presence. My presence. That is what I want to give you. Not just power, but presence. And in this presence, your very identity will solidify. No longer tossed by opinions. No longer defined by accomplishments. No longer weighed down by shame. You will know who you are because you will know whose you are. You will walk differently. Speak differently. Think differently. You will not need to chase significance, it will rest on you, like oil on your head. Not for pride, but for purpose. So come. Come and sit. Come and cry. Come and say nothing. Just be. I know the language of your silence. I understand the ache behind your words. Let me become the rhythm of your morning. Let me interrupt your day with whispers of truth. Let me sing over you in the night. Let me walk with you not just in crisis, but in contentment. Let me hold you not just when you break, but when you rise. This invitation is not temporary. It is eternal. The door is open. The seat is waiting. The table is prepared. Come into the quiet. Come into the depth. Come into me. For you were created not to serve me from afar, but to dwell with me forever. And I, the Lord your God, will never grow tired of loving you. My beloved, still your racing thoughts. Breathe deep and listen not with your ears, but with your spirit, for I am about to speak into the very center of your being. The ground has trembled beneath your feet. The systems you trusted have failed. The world around you has shifted like sand, and you've asked, where is the solid ground? You've wondered how to stand when everything seems to be falling apart. But I say to you now, there is a kingdom within you that cannot be shaken. You carry something eternal. You are not just surviving chaos, you are a citizen of my unshakable kingdom, and that kingdom is inside you. It is not fragile. It is not fleeting. It does not bow to fear, famine, or failure. It is established in righteousness, peace, and joy in the Holy Spirit. While the world trembles, my spirit within you remains steady. You've anchored your soul to me, and I do not move. Child, you must understand that the shaking is not punishment, it is preparation. I shake what can be shaken so that what cannot be shaken will remain. I am exposing foundations built on sand. I am revealing what hath been hidden beneath surface religion, hollow routines, and false security. I am purifying your heart, not to harm you, but to heal you. I am stripping away the temporary so you can inherit the eternal. This is mercy, not judgment. This is grace, not abandonment. You are not losing ground. You are being rooted deeper. I did not call you to panic. I called you to reign. And not as the world reigns, not through control or chaos, but through peace that passes understanding, through joy that cannot be stolen, through truth that doesn't waver when the winds howl. You are seated with Christ in heavenly places, and that position is not revoked when the storm rises. You are not just enduring the shaking, you are being refined in it, and the glory I am forging in you will remain when the shaking stops. Look again. You are stronger than you know, not because of your will, but because of my Spirit. I am the one who steadies your trembling hands. I am the one who strengthens your feet when the ground feels unstable. I am the one who speaks peace into the whirlwind and says, "Be still." And when you echo my words, the storm must listen. When you stand in my name, the shaking becomes a stage for the manifestation of my glory. Yes, the world will be tested. The systems of man will falter. But you, child, you will shine. Because when the lights go out, my light within you becomes unmistakable. When others crumble in fear, you will be an anchor of hope. When hearts fail, yours will burn with courage. Not because you are extraordinary, but because I am. You are not waiting for revival, you are a carrier of it. You are not waiting for breakthrough, you are living on the edge of it. The tension you feel is the final stretch before birth. The pressing you feel is the hand of the potter forming you into a vessel fit for glory. I am not distant in the shaking, I am closest in the furnace. I am in the fire with you. I am in the midnight wrestling. I am in the silence where faith is formed. Do not curse the shaking. Do not run from the refining. Yield to me, and I will use it all not just to shape you, but to establish you. For I am raising up a people who do not waver with headlines, who do not bow to idols of comfort, who do not need the applause of men to stand in righteousness. I am raising up sons and daughters who walk in the fire and come out shining. And you, yes, you are among them. You will carry stability where there is confusion. You will speak truth where there are lies. You will bring healing where there is brokenness. You will not only stand in the shaking, you will advance in it. You will be known not by the title you wear, but by the authority you carry. You will not echo the fear of the world, you will resound with the roar of heaven. So lift your eyes. Stand firm. The kingdom within you is greater than the chaos around you. The Spirit within you is stronger than the pressure outside of you. And the word I have spoken over you is still true, even when everything else feels uncertain. You are not built on the sand. You are built on the rock. And when the dust settles, you will still be standing with me. Let the winds come. Let the earth shake. Let the world wonder. But as for you, walk forward unshaken, because the kingdom within you can never be moved.